I literally cannot believe what I just read. Hold your breath because the front office has just pulled the trigger on a move that could define our season's end. We are looking at a veteran presence being injected into the trenches right when we need it most. And that is not all. A defensive star who has been missing in action is finally making his way back to the practice field. This is the kind of roster maneuvering that separates the contenders from the pretenders as we approach the most critical stretch of the year. Before I reveal the names and the tactical genius behind these moves, I need you to do something for me. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below with your name and the city you are representing. We want to see the fans out in full force. Now, let's break down exactly what is happening in the building. I am reporting that the Los Angeles Rams have officially signed veteran offensive lineman Royce Newman to the practice squad. This move comes at a moment of high tension following the Week 16 clash against the Seattle Seahawks, where our starting right guard Kevin Dotson suffered a significant ankle injury. When you look at the tape from that Seahawks game, the impact of losing a starter like Dotson was immediate, and head coach Sean McVay has been very transparent about the difficulty Dotson will face in returning for the upcoming Monday Night Football matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. By bringing in Royce Newman, the Rams are providing themselves with a vital insurance policy. Royce Newman is not just any journeyman. He was a fourth-round pick back in 2021 by the Green Bay Packers, and he brings with him the experience of 24 career starts and over 50 NFL appearances. During his time in Green Bay, Royce Newman was a model of durability, appearing in every single regular season game for 3 straight years. Although Royce Newman has bounced around recently with stints in Tampa Bay, Arizona, Chicago, and New England, his familiarity with high-stakes environments is exactly what this locker room needs right now. If Dotson cannot go, the Rams might look towards Justin Dedich, but having Royce Newman in the building allows for a level of depth and veteran savvy that a young player simply cannot replicate on short notice. The tactical implications here are massive. The Falcons' defensive front is aggressive, and protecting the pocket is priority number 1 for McVay's scheme to function effectively. But the news cycle doesn't stop there. In a move that has the defensive coaching staff breathing a sigh of relief, the Rams have also designated cornerback Roger McCreary for return. This is a huge development. Roger McCreary was a key acquisition from the Tennessee Titans at the trade deadline, but he has been sidelined since Week 12. Having Roger McCreary back on the practice field opens up a 21-day window for him to be activated, and the timing suggests he could be ready just in time for the postseason push. To make room for these moving parts, the Rams had to make some tough decisions, releasing defensive backs Alex Johnson and Christopher Smith II. The departure of Smith, in particular, seems to clear a direct path for Roger McCreary to reclaim his spot on the active roster. When you analyze the secondary, the return of Roger McCreary provides a physical presence that has been missed. His ability to play in man coverage and his instinct for the ball will be crucial against a scrappy Falcons receiving core. Furthermore, the Rams are leaving nothing to chance regarding the environmental factors of their next game. Because Monday Night Football will be held at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, a dome with a fast turf surface, McVay has moved practices indoors to SoFi Stadium. This simulation is intended to get the players, including the newly signed Royce Newman, adjusted to the speed of the game in a controlled environment. Royce Newman will need to get up to speed with the playbook rapidly, but his history as a versatile guard makes him a perfect fit for this emergency role. If you look back at the 2024 campaign, Royce Newman saw action early on with the Buccaneers, and while he hasn't played a snap of consequence since Week 4, his veteran legs should be fresh. The Rams' offensive line has been a fluctuating unit all year, and the addition of Royce Newman is a clear signal that the front office is not willing to let an injury to Dotson derail their playoff aspirations. On the other side of the ball, Roger McCreary represents the missing piece of the puzzle for the defensive backfield. When Roger McCreary was healthy earlier in the season, his efficiency ratings were among the top on the team. The coaching staff is likely hoping that Roger McCreary can regain that form quickly. As we look ahead to the matchup against Atlanta, the presence of Royce Newman on the depth chart provides a safety net that allows the play calling to remain aggressive. We cannot afford to become one-dimensional if the interior protection fails. Royce Newman has shown in the past that he can hold his own against power rushers, which is exactly what the Falcons will throw at us. The return of Roger McCreary also allows the defensive coordinator more flexibility in blitz packages, knowing he has a reliable corner who can handle island responsibilities. It's these marginal gains, signing a guy like Royce Newman and timing the return of Roger McCreary, that often decide who wins in January. The Rams are currently navigating a tight salary cap situation, so bringing in a veteran like Royce Newman on a practice squad deal is a cost-effective way to bolster the roster without long-term financial risk. Meanwhile, the investment made in Roger McCreary at the trade deadline is finally looking like it will pay dividends when it matters most. Fans should be encouraged by how proactive this organization is being. They aren't just sitting back and hoping for the best with Dotson's ankle. They are actively searching for solutions like Royce Newman, and they aren't rushing Roger McCreary back too soon, but rather utilizing the IR return rules to perfection. This is a masterclass in roster management. In conclusion, the arrival of Royce Newman and the impending return of Roger McCreary signal a team that is loading up for a deep run. Whether it is Royce Newman providing depth in the trenches or Roger McCreary locking down opposing wideouts, the Rams are making all the right moves. We will be watching closely to see if Royce Newman is elevated for the game on Monday night and how many snaps Roger McCreary can handle in his first week back at practice. Stay tuned because this season is just getting started.